Good morning, welcome to Tuesday. As you can see, my dog, the new dog, Puppy, her name's Poppy. She won't be roaming about, but I don't think she's in the way of the camera. Sorry this video is a little bit later than anticipated. I had to take Poppy to the vet this morning, and then the kids needed lunch, and my wife and I were just kind of busy doing bits and pieces. But one thing I'm going to do in future is actually record them the evening before. That way children are in bed, hopefully the dog's tired out, and I'll be able to just kind of get them done. And my wife, who's a nurse, she may well be at work. So. Right, so as per yesterday, 10 questions, same topics. Remember to look back at yesterday's questions and at the good quality notes I hope you made. The better those notes, the more independent, the quicker you're going to get the mastery. Okay, so these are harder. So if necessary, kind of pause, make notes, rewind, listen again, as best quality notes as you can, please. As you can see this morning, I've got on, well, I've got mud in my jeans from the dog if she's just been out to the toilet, so thanks for that, Poppy. Got on me grey Reeboks to go with my grey top. So, these are actually one of my favourite pairs. They're really, really comfortable. There we go. Okay, so the questions are about to come up. Pause it, give it a really good go, use yesterday's to help you, and then you'll see the answers and mark them. Then I'll go through each one by one. Good luck. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully that went well and used yesterday's questions and workings and good quality notes to help you. Let's see how you got on. So first question is 1 2/5 times a half. So 1 2/5 times a half. That is right, isn't it? Yeah, okay, cool. So as per yesterday, I want to convert this one here to an improper fraction. Excuse me. So to do that, it's my favourite song, Love Big Butts and I Cannot, I won't embarrass myself any further. So big times bottom, big bottom, that's where the song comes from. So 1 times 5, add 2. So the note you should be making is big times bottom, add top. Okay, so it's in a green bubble next to this question. So tomorrow you look back and go, big, right, I remember now. So 1 times 5 is 5, add 2 is 7. 7 what? 7/5. 7/5 times 1/2. It's multiply fractions, so it's everyone's, well, probably my second favourite after Reebok. So you just do it, okay? The Nike, just do it. 7 times 1 is 7, 5 times 2 is 10. So you've got 7/10. Okay? Quite a nice straightforward one to start with. Got that one off. And of course that couldn't be simplified, that was it. We couldn't put it back into a mixed fraction and it couldn't be simplified either. Okay, what's next? Simplify 4x cubed times 2x to the power 4. So if you're looking at this one, can't remember, look at yesterday's notes. Multiplying actually means you add these little numbers, okay? You add these, the big numbers, okay? You just, as per what it says, 4 times 2 is 8, okay? Now, laws of indices here, 3, x to the power 3 times x to the power 4 actually means x to the power 3 to x to the power of 4. Actually, all you do, okay, that becomes an add. 3 add 4 is 7. So it's 8x to the power 7. Okay, cool. So you should have made the notes yesterday on that one. The multiply actually means add. Divide, if we get one of those this week, I've not even looked forward, I don't know if we will. I can't imagine we wouldn't. And we might get brackets as well. So we've got 3 squared bracket squared. That actually means multiply. So that would be 2 times 2 is 4. 3 to the power 4. Okay, that's another rule there for you as well. So you had that one in green. Did do that pretty fast, you might want to go back and slow that up. Next is, what is the y-intercept of the line 3y minus 6x equals 9. So, y-intercept, what's that? Yesterday was the gradient, kind of how steep the line is. The y-intercept is where it cuts the y-axis. So, the gradient is always next to the x. The y-intercept is the number by itself. But this doesn't look how I want it to look. I want it to look y equals. So I need to rearrange the formula. So the first thing, I want to get those y's by themselves. How do I get rid of minus 6x? I add 6x. But what on one side, I do to the other. That means I'm left with, excuse me, 3y equals 9, add 6x. I've got 3 y's, I want a single y. This is 3 times y. How do I get rid of 3 times y? I do the opposite. I divide by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So, by 3 cancels by 3, that leaves y. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay? You do it for everything. My wife just walked in, so the dog legged it. So, y equals 3, add 2x. Lots of people rather have it y equals 2x, add 3. Whatever tickles your fancy. All I need now is now I've rearranged it all, I just need to extract the answer. So, gradient is next to the x, y-intercept is the normal numbers. So the answer is 3. I said it yesterday, but that is a tough question. You need to know a lot there, don't you? Lots of skills, lots of knowledge all coming together. But as always, as I say in lessons, think about what you do know and apply it to what you don't, and ask yourself the right questions. So that one you might have needed some good quality notes again. Next up, factorise 12x squared, add 18. So factorise means you put it back into a bracket. So you start off with the highest common factor, goes outside the bracket. Remember, highest common factor is the highest number that goes into both of those. Remember, factors of 18, so don't always do factors in pairs. Factors of 18 are numbers which multiply together to make it. So 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. 12 would be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Okay, so what's the highest factor? Highest common factor appears in both. So 2 appears in both, but it's not the highest. 3 appears in both, but it's not the highest. 6 appears in both. There's not an x in both, so I know I'm not going to have an x on the outside. Okay, because what goes here has to appear on both sides. So 6 times what gets me 12? Well, it's going to be 2, and I'm going to need an x squared. 6 times 2x squared is 12x squared. I'm happy. 6 times what is 18? Positive 3. Okay, and as I said yesterday, test it out, multiply. Okay, and you multiply that, you're going to get your original question. So we're happy with that. If the weather's nice one of these days, I might do one of these videos outside, in the garden. Quite nice. We've got to find the 12th term if the nth term is n squared minus 3. So, remember from yesterday? No? Well, in that case, look back. And when you look back, you'll see, next to question 6, you've written in green, I hope, the term you're looking for becomes the n. So, I want the 12th term. So, all I do is I swap the n for the term I'm looking for. I'm going to swap the n for the 12. So, it becomes 12 squared minus 3. Okay? 12 squared, what does squared mean? Times by itself. That means 12 times 12. 12 times 12 is 144, minus 3 is 141. That's a really easy question when you know how. I always say in lessons, you know, suddenly people, oh, so I understand this, I get it. Yeah, it's easier when you know how, isn't it? When you listen and when you stay engaged and you give it a good shot. It's amazing what a bit of confidence does. Round 0.10928 to 2 decimal places. So there's my decimal point. That's my first decimal place. That's my second. It's followed by 9. Okay. And remember yesterday, if it's 5 or above, it rounds this number up. This one's going to round up. This one is telling me this one rounds up. 0.11. As simple as that. So first decimal point place, second decimal place, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So if it was round to one decimal place, you use this one, and this one determines what this one does. If it wants 3 decimal places, you use this one, and this one determines what this one does. Okay, what's next? Work out 1200 divided by 48. 1200 divided by 48. So 48 times table. Ugh, pretty tricky. 48, 96, 144, 192, 240, 288, 336. What's that going to be next? 336, 384, 384, 432, and 480. Right. Why can I be happy that that's right? Think about what I said yesterday. Go to the 10 times. 10 times 48 is 480. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm happy that's right. But also, 5 times is 240, which is half of 480. So I'm happy that's right. I'm happy that's right. So, bus-stop method, 1200 divided by 48. Always put those in first, okay? So 48's into 1, doesn't go. So I put my 0, cross it off, carry my 1, becomes 12. 48's into 12 is 0, cross it off, carry your 12. 48's into 120 goes twice. Okay, 48 into 120 goes twice. 48 times 2 is 96, but we've got 120. So we've got 24 left over. So cross it off, carry your 24, becomes 240. Goes in 5 times. So your answer is 25. So a tough question, but when you break it down into what you know, oh, I know how to. I mean, with these, all I was basically doing is because I was adding 48 each time, I actually just added 50 and took away 2. Add 50, take away 2. Add 50, take away 2. Okay, what's next? Increase £66. So increase, but no arrow. Increase £66 by 20%. So by 20%. So again, let's break 20% down into 10% and 10%. So if we've got £66, 10% you move the decimal place once. Remember, 1% you move it to there. Okay, so £6.60. £6.60. £6.60. 0, 0, 0. 6 and 6 is 12, so I put my 2 and I carry my 1. 6 and 6 is 12, add 1 is 13. So it's £13.20. Okay, so I've got increase, which means you add it on. £66, add your £13.20, gets you £79.20. Okay, pretty straightforward. Handy if you're in a shop, suddenly you've got to pay, 20% more, or whatever it may well be. Like I said in one of my very first videos, if you're good at percentages, you're reducing your risk of being ripped off, be it purposefully or by accident. The amount of times I've saved money because I can do percentages in my head quickly. A few of my classes, I would have told you about the shop assistant in Debenhams when I was buying some shirts. And her manager, actually, neither could do percentages in their head, and I was going to be overcharged. But fortunately, I was able to demonstrate to them that their till wasn't set up correctly, so I wasn't getting the correct discount. And they couldn't even do it in the calculator. That was a pretty poor show. So here we go. Last one is estimate. 23.5 divided by 0.456. So estimate means you round to one significant figure. It means you go one number, the rest zeros. So ask yourself, remember, ask yourself the right questions. What is that to one significant figure? Is it going to be 20 or 30? Is that closer to 20 or 30? It's closer to 20. So one significant figure. Is that closer to 0.4 or 0.5? It's going to be closer to 0.5. Okay, so 20 divided by 0.5, well, dividing by a half is the same as timesing by 2. So I know 20 divided by 0.5 is going to be 40. Now if you don't know that, you might need to do that the normal way. 20 divided by 0.5, well, I don't like dividing by a decimal. Okay, so I'm going to times it by 10. So it becomes 5. Because I times that by 10, I times this by 10. 200 divided by 5. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Yes, you do. 200 divided by 5. 5 into 2 doesn't go. 5 into 20 goes 4. 5 into 0 goes 0, 40. Okay, but 3 different ways there of getting the correct answer. So, that's it for today. I'm going to do another one of these tonight, so I can post it in the morning to give you all a little bit more time. Please let me know whether the challenge is correct or not. Please also, kind of comment if you want me to go through anything a little bit more slowly, or if there's maybe some maths that's cropping up, from another teacher which you don't understand, and you've looked and you've asked parents, you just can't get it. By all means, leave me a comment, and maybe I'll go through it at the end of one of the videos. So it is, it's 10 past 1 now. Hopefully, I'll just kind of chop all this together and hopefully get it live by 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you're not working too hard. See you later.